Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for those on-screen monsters that truly shook us.
It's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
Bennings, go get Child.
Number 10, Yautja, Predator franchise.
There's something out there waiting for us. And it ain't no man.
There's a certain code of honor that goes along with the alien race called the Yautja, better known to film fans as predators. These intergalactic hunters value sport and challenge above all, but that doesn't make them the protagonists. Instead, the Yautja's unique and complicated creature design made them instant favorites among monster enthusiasts.
He's killing us one at a time.
Like a hunter.
The Yautja have taken many different appearances over the course of the Predator franchise, and often retain arsenals of weapons and armor at their disposal. That said, we'll leave it to Major Alan Dutch Schaefer to tell you what he thinks about the Yautja once their biomasks are removed.
You one ugly motherfucker.
Number 9, Red Demon, The Wailing. It's all about the visual aesthetic when it comes to our next entry. The South Korean horror gem incorporates elements of police procedurals within its narrative, but the film largely stays its hand when it comes to revealing the demonic presence behind a series of gruesome murders. The Red-Eyed Demon appears almost gleeful when it does show up, however. This devilish spirit can take human form and initially appears as a mysterious stranger who shows up in a small mountain village. It goes on to haunt and torment the family of a police officer. The disturbing antagonist definitely got under our skin. Number 8, Anthony Hollins, The Kindred.
Who is that?
Your brother!
The killer kid subgenre is a niche corner of horror fandom. But what about the unlawful bioengineering and genetic reproduction of a monster's baby brother? This is a summary of The Kindred from 1987, and its titular creature named Anthony. This test tube monster was created in a lab by using stolen cells from its sibling, the film's protagonist.
Apparently, she spliced them into some animal species of some kind, God only knows what.
It's then a race against time for our main character John Hollins to save Anthony from falling into dangerous hands, while also stopping the body count from rising. Anthony's puppet design is great, an old-school latex horror show with a toothy maw only a mother could love. That said, his origin story is more than a little disturbing.
Listen to me, that's your brother. Do you understand that? It was a mistake. My mother knew it. She sent me here to destroy it.
Number 7, The Socialites, Society.
Oh, Billy. How sweet of you to come here to me.
The special effects of Screaming Mad George never achieved greater heights than they did in 1989's Society. We're speaking specifically of the film's infamous final sequence, known as the shunting. The very word itself is foreboding, but the end results are much, much worse. The socialites who dwell within the elite and upper echelons of society possess an appetite to literally consume and absorb common folk.
If you have any edible fantasies you'd like to indulge in, Billy, now's the time.
This is achieved via the aforementioned shunting, where George's orgy of latex and plastic serves as the means by which these socialites get busy. The sight of their wet and probably smelly absorption process still possesses the power to shock today, despite the fact that society is over 30 years old.
And now, we'll get to the bottom.
Oh, God.
Number 6, The Ripley, Dreamcatcher.
Get out of here. Get out. Shut the door.
The adult version of these parasitic aliens are truly disgusting, basically looking like a worm with legs. The baby Ripleys, or viruses in Stephen King's original novel, are even worse, with a penchant for choosing a victim's stomach and anus as an escape hatch.
You just dropped a clinker. I heard it. I don't think that was a clinker. All right, that's enough, fella.
The dated CGI effects admittedly dampen the initial impact of the Ripleys in the film, but their toothy appearance benefits from some extremely gross sound design during their attacks. Their determination and elusiveness makes them memorable movie villains for what's probably one of the bottom-tier King film adaptations, if we're being honest.
All right, Pete. I'll bite. Your bag and everything else.
Number 5, The Sarah Creature, The Void.
Place my daughter into this vessel.
Considering that the monster effects for this movie were created on a tiny crowd-funded budget, they look pretty darn impressive. There's an element of tragedy at play with regards to the origins of the Sarah creature. Dr. Richard Powell wants to be reunited with his deceased daughter at any cost.
I lost my daughter to the abyss. But tonight, I am calling her back.
If that means summoning ancient elder gods to resurrect her as a tentacled monster, so be it. The mutated abomination may possess some semblance of humanity within its twisted visage, but a return to life, this most certainly is not. Number 4. Graboids, Tremors franchise.
That's how they get you. They're under the goddamn ground.
The subterranean worms behind this franchise have been making life hell for their victims over the course of a myriad of horror properties. What's remained constant throughout this franchise, however, is how fun the Graboids are, despite possessing an honestly frightening and disturbing creature design.
Can you fly, you sucker? Can you fly?
Their triple tongues and sharp mandibles are seriously grotesque, while their determined burrowing makes their attack points unpredictable to say the least. Plus, their underground nature makes their numbers difficult to gauge, so effectively defeating them is a challenge. If you think the adults are freaky looking, wait till you see the juveniles.
Any questions?
Number 3. The Pale Man, Pan's Labyrinth.
Tened cuidado, lo que ahí dormita no es humano.
Actor Doug Jones' background in contortionism and mime likely worked wonders in helping him prepare to play the Pale Man for Guillermo del Toro. Jones' performance as both the Pale Man and the Faun in Pan's Labyrinth were truly once-in-a-lifetime endeavors, thanks largely to the actor's physicality.
La luna estará llena en 3 días. Vuestro espíritu se quedará para siempre entre los hombres.
Jones brings a lot of character into how the Pale Man moves, its body language, and even the manner with which it presents its eyeballs. There's an atmosphere at play that's simultaneously malevolent and creepy, instantly bumping the Pale Man up into one of genre cinema's most uniquely memorable antagonists. Number 2. Brundlefly, the Fly.
No, I'm becoming something that never existed before. I'm becoming Brundlefly.
Critics and fans from all over the world have marveled at the special effects wizardry featured in 1986's The Fly. Body horror master David Cronenberg and special effects head Chris Wallace made Jeff Goldblum practically unrecognizable as Brundlefly. One man's desire to achieve a scientific breakthrough results in a single brief moment of lapsed attention. That's all it takes, isn't it?
It made it as me and the Fly. We hadn't even been properly introduced.
The genetic makeup of Goldblum's Seth Brundle is melded with that of a housefly during a teleportation test gone wrong. The physical results of this mistake are a messy and continually devolving gestation of man to man-fly and finally a fly monster.
I'm saying, I'll hurt you this day.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Xenomorphs, Alien franchise. There's just no other way to say it. The Xenomorphs are the stuff of nightmares.
It's got a wonderful defense mechanism. You don't dare kill it.
It was Swiss surrealist H.R. Giger who helped create the visuals of what would become the titular antagonist of Ridley Scott's Alien. Giger's notoriously sexualized biomechanical style is on full display in the Xenomorph's design, a feral humanoid alien death machine that's always dripping wet.
Okay. Well, let's talk about killing it. We know it's using the air shafts. Will you listen to me, Parker? Shut up!
Their acidic spit, sharpened tails, and relentless attack patterns are only a fraction of what makes the Xenomorph so resilient and dangerous. There's also their social structure, which focuses upon protecting their queen at all costs, propagating their species and killing anything that gets in their way. Which movie monster gives you the willies? Let us know in the comments.
Want a date? You going out?
No thanks. I'm on my way home, but thanks anyway.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.